Riberu and welcome back to this channel and to another video. Today we are doing our team review of our drafted team for the upcoming and starting next week VDL, and this time it's the English version of the VDL, the Victory Draft League. So it's not our house league and we are okay. It's maybe to the VDL. So the Victory Draft League exists, I think, in the 6th season, as the German one do as well. But this time they decided to split the participants into 2 divisions. One, let's say, Masters division for experienced people, and a Searing shot division for the newcomers and, let's say, unexperienced people for VGC and draft leagues. Yeah, you see, right? We are in Searing shot, so we are, I think, unexperienced in this kind of thing. So draft leagues are new to us. We did only 20 plus or so, and we don't play VGC since 2013. So we are that inexperienced that we have to to do our thing here in the Searing shot. But hey, it is what it is. So, and we are doing this with our team, the HOLYSOPOD Warrior. I did this team logo just to give some references to our partner, Holy Energy, where you can save 10% off with our co-warrior, just for people that want to try something new and healthy. So yeah, and this is our team. Maybe you saw in the little intro trailer already what Pokemon we drafted. And what I want to do is here just to give a little hint why we drafted what mon and so on and so forth. So yeah, as I do in nearly every draft league I participate, I want to try something new. It's not every time, but most of the cases. In the UGA we did some meme shit with a very stally team, but it's not our playstyle, but I tried. With the anti-max challenge, and because the VDL is doing no max, so we are more on a serious level here. So we're doing serious stuff, and I thought to myself, okay, do I want to draft Pokemon I know, and I know I can battle with them, and I know their style, their spread, and so on, or do I want to go a different route? And I decided to go a different route, and I decided to go what is very unpopular for me. I thought to myself, okay, just go for the OP shit. So I drafted, in my opinion, the most broken Pokemon I can come up to. So I decided to draft Celesteela first, because I think Celesteela is the best draft Pokemon there is. Because Ultra Beasts in general are kind of busted in my opinion, and Celesteela especially because the typing is pretty crazy. The stats are pretty darn crazy. It's absolutely flexible. It's tanky, it has regeneration, it can set up, it can be physical, it can be special, it can be nearly everything. It's, in my opinion, the most annoying Pokemon to battle against, so yeah, I decided to go with Celesteela. And because I had Celesteela, I thought to myself, okay, what's the next Pokemon which has done in VGC in general good in the past couple of seasons, and which is annoying in VGC draft leagues as well, or in draft leagues in general. And I thought to myself, okay, Primarina is kind of crazy because nearly every time it has the top 5 ranks in the kill list. So I decided, okay, what is kind of on par with Primarina, and I come up with Tapu Fini. It's the same typing. It brings me the Misty Terrain, which I very love because I thought to myself, I want to draft Rayquaza because it's crazy strong as well. And with the updates, I think for no, a couple of months or since a couple of months, it has access to Sand Rush, so it gives it a little bit more versatility to play it differently. And yeah, it is a Pokemon in general. You want to have some protection for Will-O-Wisp and some stuff. So Tapu Fini came to my mind. Because it's very good in VGC in general. It has setup, it is bulky, it has soak, which I kind of like, to be honest, especially with Dragon Salt in combination. I can swagger things if I want to, and so on and so forth. So yeah, it gives me a lot of flexibility, setup, and bulk. It's okay speedy. It has speed control as well with Icy Wind. So yeah, I think you can't go wrong with Tapu Fini. So I have, in my opinion, two of the strongest Pokemon for draft and VGC in general already. And I thought to myself, okay, why not completing the Fantasy Core? Because I have already Steel and Fairy. So why not draft a dragon? So I thought I had a lot of dragons in my mind, and I came up with Rayquaza because I thought to myself, okay, a second mode with a Sand Rush would be cool. And then to this time, there were, I think, none of the Sand Storm setter were already drafted. So I thought to myself, okay, I have a lot of options here I can go with. I can go with Hippowdon or with Tyranitar or with Gigalith or with the pre-evolutions of them. So okay, pretty fine with that. Break Assault can hit very hard with Bolt Peak. In combination with Celestina and Buffini, there's a lot of resistances and pivoting options as well. So it looks pretty cool to me. Okay, so I have the Fantasy Core. And I thought to myself, okay, what can I do next? Maybe, I mean, I'm not the kind of person that is that's saying having double typings or even triple typings in a team is a bad thing. Because if the team synergy is good, why not going with 2 or 3 water types? Why not? If they not have the same weaknesses overall, it's fine. Okay, if they match and if they fit together, why not? But I thought to myself, okay, you have Fantasy Core, so Firewater Grass Core is cool as well to have, so why not? And I looked over the teams and what they can draft, and I thought to myself, okay, beat up would be cool. And I wanna have a fire type because fire types are pretty rare. Not only in BDSP, in draft in general as well, especially fire types in lower tiers or mid tiers. So I thought to myself, okay, I wanna have Salazzle because I never played it before, and as I recognize, and every time I saw it, it performed pretty darn good. And I kind of like the idea to have a Pokemon that is fast as Salazzle, brings me Fake Out, can just Toxic everything, and has the possibility to eject pack, overheat, dumb stuff, things. And to have something against fairies, again, is very good as well. Like I said, a special fighter type, pretty cool. I mean, it's kind of lacking bulk, so it's not that offensive Pokemon, but it doesn't have to be. It's just fast and offensive. It can do a lot. Can do a lot of things. So yeah, and like I said, a grass type would be cool as well to have, and a fighting type. And I thought to myself, okay, every time I do a draft currently in this Sword and Shield era, I come to a point when I look to a type chart that I need a fighting grass type. So, and Chestnut is not here. Breloom is not here. So I have just one option, version, because I normally not draft legendaries. That's the thing to consider here. But because I thought to myself, try something new and go with the good stuff, I decided to go for Virizion. I thought, why not? I mean, I have Salazzle, the switch in, so the pivoting potential are here. Beat up is an option. It's pretty darn fast. It's, I mean, offensive wise, it's not the strongest Pokemon, but if you can do a helping hand nearby, or support with fake tears, or soak, um, it's not a bad thing. I mean, I could just scarf soak with Vinny and have fun with Dracozolt and Virizion nearby or in the back. So it's not that bad. And like I said, the immunity, or not the immunity, but to have something for dark type moves and a beat up option is cool as well if you're bring you in a position when you can sweep your opponent with it. And it's not that unbulky, so good HP and special defensive wise, it's pretty darn good. I mean, you have to find the right position in a game with it, but I think it can do some work. And then I come to the point where I want to finish my idea with the sand. Because normally I think sun and rain are normally drafted early, and sand and hail are forgotten, kind of. So I thought to myself, okay, I want to go with my idea for a sand team which has no Excadrill and Tyranitar in it, because what I normally don't like about sand teams is the weakness chart, because Excadrill and Tyranitar are pretty weak to fighting and ground moves in general, which I don't like at all. Yeah, so on that part it was kind of frail, and I have Dracozolt already, which is not that normal for sand teams, besides the ground weakness. And I kind of like that. So I thought to myself, okay, what can I draft? I thought to myself, okay, I have no Intimidate already. A normal type to have is good as well, because I don't know what the draft will be in a couple of turns or a couple of rounds. If I am able to get a normal type again, or so and so forth. So, and Stoutland came to my mind because I drafted Stoutland before Hippodon, because there was a lot of sensors already on in Jeopardy. I know that there were no sensors in Jeopardy, so I thought to myself, okay, I'm kind of free to pick the sensor after Stoutland. So I picked Stoutland because if you play it offensively or defensively or as a supporter, it does its job. Sandra is cool as well with After You. You can Helping Hand, you can Baby-Eyes, Charm, Yawn. It could be very cool with Finny, so with a swagger strategy and so on and so forth. It's cool. A nice move pool, Psychic Fans, and so on. I had Hurrier in another draft league, which did well as a supporter, but to be honest, it was too passive in my opinion. So I brought it a couple of times. Of course, it did a very good job to being a supporter, but that's it. If it's the last Pokemon on the field, I maybe did something wrong in the positioning, but you normally can't do a lot with it then. So yeah. And then my sensor has to be picked, and it is Hippowdon. Because I had Gigalith in the past, in a few draft leagues I played before, I think twice, and to be honest, I'm not a big fan of Gigalith. I know a lot of people loving it, and I understand it because its stats are awesome. It's very strong. It's a truck. It tanks a lot, especially on the defensive side. But because it's a rock type, it gains the special defense boost as well in sand, so you can even put on a assault vest and it's tanky as shit. And it's slow as shit for trick routines, kind of perfect. Yeah, I know, but to be honest, every time I brought it, I came to similar sets. It was not flexible enough to me. I mean, it does its job. Maybe it does what it has to be. It does what it does what it has to do. But yeah, I just wanted to have something different, more flexible, and a ground type is, in my opinion, just for my playstyle, way better than a rock type for the draft league in general. So yeah, I bought on. I mean, fits good to the team. I think it's cool. It's tanky. It's very flexible. You can even play it as a supportive Pokemon. Yeah, I think it's fine. It's in the mid range, lower mid range of speed. I mean, so you can kind of be sure to set up the sand after the opposing side, which is good because then you have the sand and not the sun or the rain is set it. Only Gigalith is kind of slower in Torkoal, and Torkoal is not that big of a deal. So yeah, besides Solar Beam, yeah. So then I come to the point where I needed a Dark type. So and I looked over the tier list, and there was I mean, if you look at my team, okay, I have a lot of physical Pokemon. I mean, if you count in Soul Steel, I can be played as physical as well. So Dracozolt, Virizion, which can be played specially, but yeah, mostly physical. Stoutland and Repowden. So I needed something that kind of punishes, intimidates. And to be honest, I never played Obstagoon in the Draft League. I played it in VGC, I think in Series 4 and 5, which was kind of awesome. Besides the fact that Conkeldurr were everywhere, and I freaking hate Conkeldurr since that time. Because Obstagoon has no matchup against that. Besides, you can do Obstruct also, yeah. But yeah, Obstagoon is a cool Pokemon because the normal Dog type in general is kind of unique. It's bulky, it can be offensive if you get the boost. If not, it lacks a lot of damage output. But, like I said, I have Tapu Fini here, and I can just swagger it if I want to. And to have a knockout, a step knockout, is awesome. I get crushed in a draft league match where I had no switch in into a bandit knockoff. It just knocked off the whole time, and my item was lost. It does over 50% of chip damage. It's not even counted as chip damage then anymore, I think. So yeah, Obstagoon was pretty strong. It is flexible as hell. The three good abilities: Reckless with Guts, and of course Defiant. This is the main reason why I drafted it. Parting Shot is a cool option to have as well. So I can Parting Shot out, drop special attack and attack of the opposing Pokemon, and yeah, I'm kind of liking it. Step Snarl, Step Knockoff is kind of cool. And I mean, Step Giga Impact, cool. Why not? And then I thought to myself, okay, I looked over a team and I had a bad feeling because my weaknesses against electric and ice are kind of strong. Because Tapu Fini, Soul Steel are weak to electric. I mean, okay, I can pivot in Virizion or Dracozolt for it, but those are weak to ice. And to be honest, Freeze Dry would do super effective damage against Fini, super effective damage against Hippowdon, super effective damage against Virizion, Dracozolt, and even neutral damage to Celesteela, because it's half a flying type. And to be honest, I mean, Salazzle is not that bulky. I could bring Stoutland for that, but it's not just hit neutral as well. That I thought to myself, it's a little bit tricky, and I don't want to face someone with Rotom Frost. But on the same page, Rotom Frost fits very well into the team because it just fits to the weakness points. It covers them pretty good. I mean, okay, the Blizzard can probably miss, but I can set Hail if I want to. And to having this electric type again is pretty cool. I can set up maybe electric terrain. I have Will-O-Wisp again, which is cool. Electro Web, Thunder Wave, Volt Switch, so a pivot option as well. Yeah, I mean, it likes Ice Beam, of course. It just has Lizard, but what can you do? If that is this downside and this risk I have to go for, I will just take it. I think it fits good to the team. I never played Rotom Frost. I saw it one time to one of my draft league opponents, and he played pretty well with it. So yeah, I thought pretty cool option. Then there were the point where I needed a ghost type because, in my opinion, or it is just my style, I want to have at least one dark type and one ghost type into a team. Dark type just because it is immune to expanding Dong Force and Prankster. This is why I needed a dark type and a ghost type in order to have the possibility to be immune against fake out. Besides, it's a Kangaskhan on the opposing team, but yeah, what can you do? So before the grace period was started, I wanted to draft Dual Blade, but it was right before I could pick it. And I don't know, in a moment of rage and despair, I just picked the pre-evolution Honedge. But knowing that I want to just maybe switch it out in the grace period if someone is dropping his mod, because and it happened. Someone dropped the alternative for Dual Blade for me, which was picked right after Dual Blade, just to inform. So I thought to myself, oh, Spiritomb is free. Okay, let's go. I mean, it's a second Dark type, but like I said before, I don't care to have dual typings or typing doubly twice in the team. If it fits, why not? And I like it a lot. I mean, I wanted Honedge Dual Blade because of the priority of Shadow Sneak and Sucker Punch. Or does it have Sucker Punch? I don't know. No, Shadow Sneak at least. And it's kind of bulky, to be honest, because this defensive bulk with the Evil Eye is awesome. And to have an Evil Eye user is cool as well, which I don't have now, but it's fine. And I did grace in the grace period. I switched out Honedge for Spiritomb to have another option of play in Trick Room better and to have priority Shadow Sneak and Sucker Punch, which do some damage with it. It's not that... I mean, it's not the strongest Pokemon, it's not that weak. It's fairly bulky if you just look over the HP bar. But it has some cool options like Pain Split, Memento, Will-O-Wisp, Shadow Sneak, Sucker Punch, Nasty Plot, etc. So it has a lot of coverage as well. The typing is cool. So why not? I mean, it has not the same weaknesses as the rest, and for the fairy type weakness, I think Salazzle and Celesteela and even Finny for switching are enough to cover that, to be honest. I mean, I even can force opposing my opponents to bring fairy types, but then they have to face Celesteela and Salazzle and yeah, even Finny. And Empowered has a good option as well to hit it. Yeah, so Spiritomb was cool to me. And then I had a pick left. This was in the OG draft because I think I redrafted in Grace Period only Spiritomb. I think Rotom Frost as well, but I'm not sure. Maybe I did 2 or 1 redraft picks in the Grace Period. But yeah, in the OG draft I picked Zubat. Why? did I use Swoobet? Well, the reason for that was, I think it was at the 9th pick, I realized that I have no Tailwind and I have no Trick Room Setter, which was kind of awkward. I mean, I had some speedy Pokemon and I had some speed control options, but the most common ones for like Tailwind and Trick Room I didn't had. So I thought to myself, okay, what can I do? I just opened Showdown and looked over what does have Tailwind and Trick Room. So, and because I didn't had a lot of picks left, I had to look over. Okay, there were Sigilyph. Okay, but it was too expensive. Xatu, which I don't like. Yeah, and so on and so forth. And yeah, Whimsicott was already gone and too expensive. And Swoobet wasn't the last tier 5. I thought, okay, I mean, it's not strong, it's not bulky, it's just fast. But it has a lot of speed options. Speed Swap, Tailwind, Trick Room, and the ability with Thimble is pretty darn cool, because I can just fling stuff, or I can simple my own Pokemon, like, for example, Tapu Fini, do Calm Mind, or even an Iron Defense, and double the stats boost. So go in one turn, double +2 special attack, special defense, or +4 defense if I want to. And this option is, yeah, can be cool. Or just to override the opposing prankster ability, or maybe Lightning Rod, to override Lightning Rod with the symbols and skill swap stuff. I mean, I can do some stuff with it, and it has Klutz as well, which is cool because I can just trick or switcheroo. I think it can do both, but it's the same effect. To a Pokemon which has maybe an Evilite, not an Evilite, a Prankster, or Lightning Orb, like I said, or a Klutz is cool to swap Assault Vest to a Pokemon which want to have a supportive role. For example, Whimsicott or Meowstic, for example. To stop follow me in the whole match, then it's cool. I mean, why not? So I think I can do a lot of shit with Swoobet. I mean, it dies pretty early, probably. But if it is able to do his job until then, maybe it can do cool stuff. So in general, this is the team of the HOLYSOPOD Warrior. I have to be honest, I kind of like the team. Yeah, I kind of like the team. It's not what I planned or when I started team building, or when I started to do a draft plan. It was not what I was expecting to have in the end, but I'm satisfied with it, I think. So yeah, this team, just let me know what you think of the HOLYSOPOD Warriors, and hopefully I can do well with it. I mean, the options are here. I just have to make the plays and use them properly, right? So I'm looking forward for my first match and my first opponent, and yeah, we'll see us again on this channel to the first battle then. I think in next week we start, and yeah, so thanks for watching. If you need something healthy, look over Holy Energy, use our code Warrior for 10% off, and have a nice day. Okay, so the Rex is out then. Bye bye.